Hey guys, Ken97 Stow 171. We are back with another ATS video. Um, Today we're using the Freightliner Argosy. Got a multi-axle trailer. So what is that? 3, 6. Hold on, what the hell is it? 9 axle trailer. I think the cargo weighs about 78,000 pounds, and we are in the like I said, Freightliner Argosy. Got a couple things set up now. You guys won't be able to see it, but I have a button box running now on an old phone. Wanted to try it out on the phone just to see um, if it works, and if it does, and it does. Um, I may purchase a 10-inch tablet. Can use those for basically to have so that I can not have to mess with my keyboard quite so much. Um, For example, there's an escape button. I can hit escape and go back to the main menu. Hit it again, and it's within reach. Um, got an engine brake on and off button. That's handy. I have an enter button and a trailer button so that, like, when I've been complaining about when you get through toll booths, that you got to reach over and press enter on the keyboard, which I have to reach over and grab because I don't use it all the time. So the button box kind of eliminates you needing to use the keyboard for the things you use all the time. Another one was hooking and unhooking to a trailer. So if I press it, it'll unhook.
Time to hit the road.
But I can press it again and hook, so I don't have to reach up and hit T
Time
on
to
the
get the
keyboard.
job done.
Have lights, wipers. I have controls for the UI mirrors, so I can control which ones I want. From back in here, I can hit the large map. That takes me out to the escape to the main map. Hit it again, go back into the truck. I have one set up. These are all custom buttons. Map display, which changes that. I have route planner toggle, which turns it off, turns that off, turns them both on, lets you configure. And then lights and wipers, parking brake, engine start stop. And then on the bottom, I've got fuel gauge, oil temperature, oil pressure, water temperature. Those are not really necessary. I just put them down there. Really, I wanted a fuel gauge because the Yara at the top there, that fuel gauge is not working in any of the trucks that I've tried. So I wanted to have a way to have a fuel gauge. You can customize anything you want. There's a huge community of people that have put together buttons. Um, some of them you have to go in and edit, like what do you want to tie the button to. They don't work default because the person who created it, um, used a different key combination. Um, so I just decided to make my own. You can use it for free, but it only lets you put 2 widgets on the thing. Um, I think to unlock all the games available, and everything was like $12 once. You could do $6. I think it was $6. No, it was $12 for everything. $6 gets you just ATS, ETS unlocked. I thought, well, what the hell? It seems to work. It's nice. I like it. So anyway, here we go. This is not that long of a trip. The head tracker seems to be working better now. It's still a little bit weird, but I haven't had it drop out yet on me. I bought a new 480 megabit 4K quality USB-C cable. I'm hoping that the problem with my webcam was just the cable. I'll know after using it a bit. I did. It's at the Amazon locker right now. I did buy just a generic, well, not generic, it's a Logitech 720p basic webcam that'll come with a cable and everything. to try as a backup. It was 20 bucks. It was worth the shot because it could be I got a defective webcam. Unfortunately, I bought this on Marketplace, so who knows. All right, guys, enough bullshit. Let's get going. We're gonna be heavy here, but we'll be able to haul this. We are currently running the 620 horsepower, 14 liter Detroit 60 series. Thought about maybe you could switch that over to that 700. There's a 760 horsepower Caterpillar available. A lot of interesting force feedback coming up this dirt road. You get a lot of interesting force feedback.
Get ready to turn left.
I don't know which one of those is an exit.
Left.
Oh, there's the road. Let us. What are those signs? Is it windy? Interesting. I wonder where that one went to. Oh, Jesus. That would have been bad. Get some good audio of that 14 liter Detroit singing.
Keep right and then turn right.
Really do enjoy driving this truck, guys.
Turn right.
We will, I'm working my way back towards Texas. I think I mentioned this in my last video which I haven't posted yet, that I would, rather than just quick travel back to the center of the country, just to do a bunch of short trips to work my way back. I love how you can set the cruise control, go up the speed, and it has a cruise control number listed right there on the dash, easy to read. Hit resume and it just goes to it. This truck has some great features like that. If we were going to do some real heavy haul with this, And it is kind of a good truck for heavy haul because it's a short wheelbase, being a cab over. Could throw that 760 horsepower um, engine in it, and maybe I can go try to find that Vanta 22 speed transmission as a mod. I do have it in my list. That gives you a whole bunch of really low end gears, which would be super useful for heavy haul. Although honestly, dude, this is 78,000 pounds. It's doing just fine. We were talking about changing the gear ratio in this because you can tell we're at 70 and we're pretty much near the top of the green. Oh, come on, dude. So the problem with going with a lower differential ratio, or sorry, higher differential ratio, is that your top speed would be pretty limited. The advantage of having like a 22 speed transmission is that you get the best of both worlds. It has a bunch of built-in low ranges. So next step in the upgrade process, I'm a little bit torn between getting a high refresh rate 4K screen. Oh boy. Okay. We weren't that far off 55. You get the best of both worlds with that Vanta transmission. The problem is it's not really a transmission I've ever seen in real use. I also don't know if you can use it on any engine or if it's only available on certain engines. I downloaded it when I got the 20V140, which is a big V20 20 cylinder two-stroke Detroit series engine. And I don't know whether that engine only pairs with that transmission only pairs with that engine, or does it pair with all of them? I don't know. But
Keep left.
we'll see what we weigh.
Reroute.
Here's again where I can use that button box. I can hit enter. 142,225. Boy, that would have been a bad wreck.
Keep left.
Don't know if I ever tried out that 700 horsepower Caterpillar before. where you definitely have issues is like trying to climb a hill from a standing start, that kind of thing.
Keep left.
Yeah, so the next two things I'd like to do is to get a higher definition screen, and I'd like to order the Moza
Keep left.
trucking bundle. That actually solves some of the button box issues, um, because there are a bunch of pre-map buttons on that steering wheel, I think 11 or 12 or 13, and along with a couple of joysticks and some scroll wheels that allow you to, do some things right on the steering wheel. That said, there are sometimes things that you need to do while spinning the wheel in the middle of turning or something. Kind of hard to do that when the buttons are on the steering wheel. In which case, you can still use the button box as a display, engine temp. And in some of the trucks like the W900, some of those gauges are not that easy to read. This truck here, that's one thing I do really like about this rig is all of the gauges are extremely easy to read, even on a 1080p screen 5 feet away from me. Wipers. Hit the button without having to reach for the steering wheel and crash while you're trying to reach up to the steering wheel, to the keyboard. You guys got to keep in mind, I play sitting in a recliner with a Logitech G2920, I think it is, and it's mounted on a Logitech, like on a base where the pedals are, and I've got it adjusted so that I basically can push it forward away from me and then slide it to the side. Okay, we need to.
Keep right. And then exit right.
Um,
Exit right.
I see. Hear the thunder. Yeah, so I play in a recliner with the G920 wheel, whatever the hell it is, on a Logitech stand. See, like that. Little difficult to get started. We should be able to get to our destination. Now let's take a look. Large map. That is so handy to hit that button box without having to reach for a keyboard. Um, we're headed down here. Let's see if there's any place to sleep. There's a bailout option right there if we had to. And we're about to pass one right here too that we could. There's a repair center in here too. Don't need to change anything right now, but it is something to keep in mind for the future as far as upload. I need to put that Vanta transmission back in as a mod list. It's not in there right now, so we can't do that. Um, might be interesting to, we could sleep there too if we wanted. Um, might be interesting to go in there and try that 700 horsepower. Let's try it. Let's go ahead and put that 700 horsepower Caterpillar in there and see what the difference is. I don't know what that even sounds like. So then we just hit escape
Let's
map.
go.
That is so easy to do. Really enjoy having the button box. Um, yes, I got this Logitech stand that I can push away from me, slide it to the side to the right of me, and just get up out of my recliner. I've been thinking about getting like a gaming
Keep right
chair,
and then turn right.
getting a gaming chair and a table and
Turn right.
mounting the Moza wheel that I want to get to a table. Because I have a suspicion I'm going to need more of a mount than I have. The force feedback is going to be more than double what I have in this thing. And when I very quickly turn the wheel around, it'll move the stand.
Go straight on.
Yeah, we're gonna go. It'll move the stand, um, because it's not that heavy. So I don't really know what I want to do. I
Keep
mean
right
the wheel
and
works
then
well.
turn right.
Um,
Turn right.
you're looking at about $550 for the Moza wheel. So it's not a small amount of money. We might go ahead and sleep
Get
here
ready
too.
to turn left.
85
Turn left.
miles is probably a little.
When possible, make a U-turn.
I probably should have dropped this trailer out there on the street. See, there again, I can hit engine, start, stop, hit enter, and go in. So let's see here. I really like the way this ZM Zmod's engine sounds, but let us. Okay, it's not that one. Let's get rid of that. Oh, you know what? It's not in there. Oh, might be. That might be it, but I don't think so. See, there's another mod list for seven. It says 760 horsepower or something. I don't think I don't think it's in here. Maybe that's why I didn't try it before. It was available in the W900. It had an image of the engine like that. It's a C15 cat. Let's just look real quick. Company truck manager. Doesn't matter. We can hit upgrade. Let me show you what I was talking about. Pretty sure it's that one. C18. It's in that mod, which didn't show up as available in the Argosy, so it's probably not available in that truck. That was the engine I was thinking about, was this one. And haven't put it in there. I'd like to put it in one. We're still running the same. I didn't want to change. I like this truck is the one that does the choo when you get off the throttle. I kind of like it. There's no other one that sounds quite like that. Um, but I think in the other truck, in the other W900, that one, it has a, yeah, I think that one has a N14, yeah, 800 horsepower N14. And then there's this one. I believe this one does. That's the one that yep, that has the C18 in it. So it's available in the W900 for some reason. We haven't driven this truck for a while. Um, so maybe I actually really like the green one that we built, the legacy model. Um, so maybe what I'll do is I'll switch these around and put the 800 horsepower one in here, put that Caterpillar in there. Why don't we do that right now? I don't want the lope. The lope doesn't actually change anything other than how it sounds as it sounds at idle. Um, that's interesting. Well, we could just leave it. Let's just change the green one. That one has the. Well, no, we can always go back. There it is. All right. I actually don't know if we ever actually listened to that 800 horsepower N14 or not. So anyway, let's continue. I think we are going to. Eh. First of all, let's figure out how the fuck we're going to get out of here. Ooh, it goes around in a circle. Thank you very much, Mr. Dealer. That is wonderful. Why the hell more of them don't do that, I don't know. We could sleep here too. We've only got 85 miles to the destination. I did some mods to that Mac R also. That'd be a great heavy haul, other than it doesn't have a sleeper.
Turn right.
The one thing I do not love about this rig is, surprisingly, being a cab over, the visibility out of it is not amazing. And I don't really know why.
Get ready to turn left. Turn left.
Let's, just in case. I need to sleep. It's just like right there. That's pointless. There's one near the end, right at our exit. That's really the next best one. There's a couple places to sleep. So
Let's do this.
there was a mod listed for the Mac R series to extend the mirrors forward, which is something that I had complained about when we drove it, that the mirrors were like right there, and you really got to turn your
Go
head
straight
far
on.
to see them. And somebody made a mod to push the mirrors like towards the front of the door frame so that they're like right there, where they're right in your view. Um, Put the mod on there and it didn't work on the truck that I had. It didn't show up under mirror options. I don't know. Not sure why. You know what? We might just stop at this rest area right up here on the right.
Keep right, and then turn right. Turn right.
Why did you wait there to go? Oh, wait. I hate how I can't decide what fucking gear to use. It's really annoying.
Finding a new route.
I'm sure that's an exit.
Keep right, and then turn right. Turn right.
Yeah, I was thinking about on the Moza wheel, there's a turn signal stock, light control, wiper control that you can put right behind the steering wheel,
Keep
just
right.
put the turn signals where they're supposed to be. It's $200. And then I looked at the trucking wheel in the first place. It's got light controls, cruise control, turn signals left and right on the steering wheel. Now again, if you want to turn on the turn signal while you're spinning the wheel, not a pro. It's kind of a problem. But um, the reality is in the game, turn signals aren't such a critical thing. Lights can be handled through the button box I just built. So don't really need the $200, and um, don't need to spend the 200 on the stocks. Shifter, wouldn't mind having a shifter to try it. It's about 150 for the shifter. Problem is, not really sure how that works. because it doesn't have a high-low switch. It's a 7-speed gated shifter. So, like, how do you go to the high-low side? So, I mean, I have a clutch pedal now that I don't use. One of the YouTubers I follow, the guy who did a bunch of videos on the button box, he just upgraded to the Moza wheel, but he already had a Logitech shifter, which you can get a high-low switch for. So he uses the Moza wheel and pedals with the Logitech shifter. Honestly, I drove a truck for real life. Um, the shifter is not going to feel realistic to me. So I would almost just prefer to just drive it in automatic mode. That also means I got to have something to clamp it to, which means I got to get a table, probably a gaming chair. I don't. It all starts to get kind of complicated. I think I can use the Moza wheel on my current steering wheel stand.
Keep right.
Why in the hell would there be a scale right here? Yeah. I can tell you why. Because there's a bunch of heavy haul shit that goes right through here. And they want to capture that for possible overweight. And I'm not that unhappy with the G29 that I've got. The YouTuber that talked about the button box and the Moza wheel that he just got, he's got a bunch of really cool videos. He used a G29. He used this exact steering wheel. Um, he'd used that wheel for years. So probably shouldn't have. Maybe shouldn't have slept. Hopefully, we're not late.
Get ready to turn right. Turn right.
really hope we're not late and have a late delivery fee.
Get ready to turn left. Turn left.
See, like, why did it shift there? It's fucking stupid. Maybe I need to put the transmission in like normal mode. I wish there was an easy way to go between like automatic and sequential, but there isn't. I looked, there's not a hotkey button available to do that. It's under settings and gameplay. I wish there was.
Get ready to turn left. Turn left.
Where the fuck is this road? Right there? Guess it is. Like I said, this truck does not have very good headlights out to the side. Oh, look at that bump.
Fine. You're here.
Let's see if we got hit with a late fee. No, we did not. Good, good, good. All right, guys. That'll be it for this video. Yeah, I don't know what I'm going to do next. I'd like to. Um, doesn't really matter where the trucks are at. Wouldn't mind driving something different for a little bit. I haven't decided if I want to go back to the W900 or Green Legacy truck. That was really cool. And or I really like that Mac R series. I found that there's a bunch more engines available for that truck. It was a pretty easy truck to drive. It's kind of hoping to find a sleeper version of it instead of a day cab, but that mod didn't work. My only bitch with that truck is the mirrors, really, and the UI mirrors can kind of take care of that. The W900 is great. I mean, other than it's gigantic, um, you know, uh, really long wheelbase. Other than that, it's a great rig, and I love the mirror placement. This truck actually could use to have the mirrors a bit farther forward, but I don't think there's actually room. They mount to the wint to the doors, so not really an option. Although you could mount them to the front of the cab right there in front of the door and have them stick back. Yeah, that's not how they did it. That's how the truck was. So, and as I mentioned before, in real life, your field of view is wide enough that those mirrors are right where you need to see. It's not really an issue in real life, only in the game. So, all right, guys, that'll be it. You guys have a wonderful evening or morning or whatever it is for you guys. Ken 97 still 171 signing off. Be safe out there.